Hello, everybody. We are the Geeks and Degenerates. I am Enzo. This is my forever co-host, John. Today, we talk about Ip Man 2, the other martial arts movie that came out of 2010, following the Karate Kid 2010. Well, Kung Fu Kid. This time, this movie knows what this is, and it knows it's based on Kung Fu. We did the first one maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
To count down to Donnie Yen's time in John Wick 4, and this time we're doing this kung fu lineup for obviously the Karate Kid, and martial arts themes. But yeah, Donnie Yen returns as Master Ip, and it is already a post World War II. He's in Hong Kong. Hong Kong's not doing too hot because it is post World War II, and the economy is not doing that well. They're still set in the 50s. It's still under a British regency too, as you can see with like them like still patrolling the streets and having like an iron grip on Hong Kong. But Master Ip does what he can, and he tries to form a, what do you call this brand of kung fu? Wing Chun.
Wing Chun.
Wing Chun. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't know post World War II times means people have to make a living, and his society, the Kung Fu society, has to like earn a living somehow, and that's when the first set of conflicts arise.
Yeah, like it is a very different world that Master Ip kind of gets into, and if I remember correctly, this is based on a true story. The guy is real.
Yeah,
the guy did go through this.
I mean, he did train Mr. Dragon at the end. Yeah. But yeah.
But yeah, so like his entire world's from the first movie, because this is post World War II, where clearly the guy was the richest person in like the district.
Yeah.
For just being really good at martial arts.
Yeah.
Now, he's not in China anymore. He is in Hong Kong, and it's a completely different world for him. He's not doing so great. Him and his wife are kind of like struggling to like maintain a livelihood. But yeah, he does open up like a school. He gets a few students. He does have to show up a little bit of like, all right, let me if you doubt me, let me show you. And he kind of like kicks some kid's ass just to show him like, hey, I'm good at kung fu.
Yeah, like he's still like the humble, like kung fu master that he always was, like pre World War II, kind of. But like now he's like, hey man, I survived the war. I'm good at this. I know what I'm capable of. I don't understand why this society asked me to like join this club for me to pay an annual fee of like almost $100 or Hong Kong dollars, which is ridiculous in these times.
And he doesn't even have like a base price. He's just like, oh, if you want to learn kung fu, if you come, and like the fee is just like how much you could offer.
Yeah. And like, since the rest of the masters doubt him, that's when we get the first really cool grand action scene with him versus the masters, and he has to stay on the table. And it's the first few masters, like he easily defeats, even though they're like, I can deal with this guy, he's too easy. And then they get their asses kicked. It's when Master Hong comes in that you're like, yeah, I think Master Ip is gonna have a run for his money, because Master Hong is no joke. Like these two actors, Donnie Yen and the actor for Master Hong, give me a second.
Yeah, Samo.
Samo Kambong.
Yeah, so if you all don't know who Samo is, and this is my first time being introduced to him, he is part of the Three Dragons. So the Three Dragons are I forgot the one of their names, but it is Samo, another guy, and Jackie Chan. So these guys were like the biggest kung fu stars in
China,
in Hong Kong.
And Hong Kong.
Yeah. So that's who they were. And just seeing like he's probably already like 50 or hitting 60
At this point, yeah.
at this point, and the dude's still as fast.
Yeah.
Just say, like, if you feel that if you being overweight makes you feel like you can't do martial arts, look at Samo.
Yeah.
Motherfucker is fast
Yeah.
for being this big. If you see his older movies, he doesn't look like the conventional like hero type where he's handsome, fit. Nah, he's like a little bit chubby, a little bit funny looking, but the dude can do a roundhouse
Yeah.
like a motherfucker. I'm like,
Like perfect
I love
roundhouse. You're like,
Yeah,
how do you do that?
you should check out his older movies, and you'll be surprised how fast this guy is.
Yeah.
Like he does like at his prime was like this with Donnie Yen
Yeah.
again while being big.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
props to the director Wilson Ip, for the choreography, because this, like, Hollywood should take cues from the Ip Man franchise on how to do
Mm.
fight scenes, because you can clearly see the action. There's no shaky cam, or if there is, it's
It doesn't
very
cut away from it.
yeah. There's no cuts, and it's very coherent, and like this came out in 2010, and the fight scenes are still holding up. The first one, the second one, and I haven't seen the third one, fourth one, but I'm sure that the third one and fourth Ip Man are pretty good in terms of fighting. Like if I had to score the fight scenes alone here, it'd be already a 10 out of 10. But
Yeah,
from this tournament, you see them, both Master Hong and Master Ip, form a bond. Like they understand each other. Do they agree with each other? Do they see eye to eye? No, but they respect each other. And then that's when, like, there's a second conflict regarding the British, because the British are these portrayed as these arrogant colonialists who have no respect for kung fu, and that comes into perfect form in Twister, who's like this
the
arrogant
boxer.
prick, and you're like,
yeah,
please, Master Hong, teach him some manners.
yeah. And yeah, they do agree on like a fight
Yeah,
because the guy does want to kick some ass,
yeah,
and sadly, it does take Master Hong's life.
yeah. It's
Where I was like, is this allowed?
right,
Like even in kung fu, you're not even supposed to do this.
right. It is rough to see like Master Hong being beat to shit, and you're like, oh fuck, this guy's not prepared, and Twister just being this arrogant prick. You're like, I hope someone kicks your ass. I'm pretty sure, like, even before I finished this movie, like the first time watching it, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Ip Man will kick your ass. But seeing Ip Man's rage and guilt just consume him, and it's like, I have to defend Wing Chun's honor, Kung Fu's honor, because this man is like trampling on our culture, and I won't have that. And I do
Yeah.
love the conference where Twister is just like, what the fuck is this candle? I don't need a candle. Then
All
Master,
that incense.
yeah, and Master Ip is just like, is there to teach us patience, to control our strikes, and I'm gonna teach you a lesson. And you're like, oh, all right, it's on it.
Yeah, God.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's all bullshit because like once they start fighting, I was like, oh, you can't use kicks. I'm like, but the entire fight is supposed to show that boxing is superior than kung fu.
yeah,
But I was like, then why are you hindering majority of what kung fu is about?
yeah. And the power, one of the more powerful strikes is the legs. If you can take that, why are you challenging the kung fu masters?
Exactly. So it was kind of already broken at the start, and it was already bullshit. But then you kind of had to teach British a thing or two. So oh well.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little part that we did gloss over is that there's a heartbreaking scene where it's just like, yeah, compared to the first one, you get to see these, like this kind of fantasy world of kung fu. You get like 5 to 6 schools of different kung fu's,
Yeah.
different masters, and after the war, they just get dispersed,
Yeah,
and now they start seeing each other in Hong Kong. But like one of the masters is a bum or a
yeah.
hobo,
He has a
and
brain damage because he was shot in the head, and you're like, oh
Yeah.
shit, that's really sad.
yeah, and then and like the tiger guy, the guy who like challenges the schools.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's also like just I think like a fish market guy.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, that sucks. I love that scene though, where they're at the fish market and the Ip Man just had to use like the knives, but instead of like cutting somebody, he just slaps people.
Yeah, he uses the like the flat edge. I'm like, of course,
Yeah,
Master Ip would know the most non-lethal way to disperse someone with 2 knives. Like, of course, man.
yeah. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, we get to the fight with Twister and Ip Man. It's very cathartic because like they do a really good job of making the Twister a piece of shit. Where we're like, please kick his ass.
Yeah, right. That's why I do love the choreography that that Wilson Ip did, because like you see, it hardly works in like other movies. Seeing different styles of fighting work together, like boxing and kung fu, go so flawlessly together. But here you're like, there's a clear distinction, and there's no like clear winner. Or like if Twister lands a fatal shot, Ip Man is knocked out and he loses.
Yeah.
But if Ip Man lands his fatal shot, like Twister's loses. So I love the fact that you still can't tell. You're still on the edge of your seat, and like you're like, I hope Ip Man wins because I hate this racist piece of shit. But like at the same time, you're like, please don't knock him out. I don't want to end this movie on a sad note.
Yeah, there's so many times where like Ip Man would like instinctively like aim for the knee with a kick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, the fight would have been over right there.
Right. There's a few times when I love the fact that they show how vulnerable Ip Man is to like a haymaker from Twister. Like he's not invincible. Like he does take damage, but that makes the ending so cathartic when he's just beating him over and over again. You're like,
Yeah.
hell yeah. And then he does like this Rocky speech where he's like, if I can change, you can change. And you're like, yeah. What's more like if we learn to accept our differences, we can work together. And like only the arrogant build barriers, but the wise build bridges. Something like that. And you're like, yeah. Also, we forgot the police commissioner. You're kind of like, I don't know what side you're on. But ultimately, he's like, nah, you insult the Chinese tradition. I'm gonna, like, turn tail and get you arrested to, like, one of the British officers. You're like, alright, good man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, are you okay? Did I freeze on your end?
No.
Okay. And then, in the end, like, yeah, it continues the trend of, like, building up who Ip Man trains later on, because you see a young Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
And you're like, are you sure that's Bruce
like,
Lee?
We're like, the entire time I thought like the first kid who came in was Bruce Lee.
Right?
Like the first guy we got, and it was like, oh, he's very arrogant. Kind of looks like Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
You just see this kid just come in. He's like, he does that, and I was like, there he is.
Right? And then like, if I've seen like clips of like later on Bruce Lee growing up, like with 3 and 4. I'm like, yep, that's Bruce Lee. That's the Bruce Lee we all know and love. But for now, it's a really good ending, and I like the fact that these movies, they're not like an annual thing. They're like, you see the gap between 2 and 3. Like between 2 and 3, it's like 6 years, and between 3 and 4, it's like 4 years. And you're like, yeah, Wilson, it takes his time, and I appreciate the fact that like it's not like a studio controlled thing. It's like he's like, I will release the sequels when they're ready, and no one's gonna rush me. And you're like, all right.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like another Ip Man movie coming up. I feel like there might be.
Isn't the 4th one the last one? The last one?
Yeah, it should be. And the one with Mike Tyson in it.
Yeah. Besides, Donnie Yen is too busy directing and starring in the Kane spin-off of John Wick, and you're like, I can't wait to see that. But yeah, what would you rate Ip Man 2?
I would rate Ip Man 2 a solid 8 out of 10. I will say though that it doesn't get a perfect score because it does drag a bit.
Yeah.
I have to admit that. Like, I love the story. I love everything about it. I love the message that it's trying to portray. But it's just that, like, you start out the movie, it's about Ip Man just trying to go through life in Hong Kong, and then he brings up a school and a couple of masters around the area.
Yeah.
Don't like this outsider making a school, so they make it harder for him. And I was like, that's the plot alone. Nice. And then there's this little bit more subplot halfway through the movie. It was like, oh, the British.
Yeah.
There's a boxer. The little he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
We gotta kick his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of prolongs that. I kind of wish it. I could have lived without the boxer part.
Hmm.
I would have loved to have seen him just like develop a relationship between him and like Master Han,
Yeah.
where like it's just like, okay, we don't agree, we don't like see eye to eye with everything, but we do respect each other.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll give us an 8 out of 10 as well. It does drag. I do love the choreography and the characters, especially Master Ip and Master Hong. And like Twister's the perfect villain you love to hate.
Yeah.
But like aside from that, I do agree that I wish they stuck to one storyline, whether it was just them fighting against colonialism or them trying to live to agree to disagree with like modern post World War II times. And like it does get a bit like messy when you're like, I thought we were just focusing on Master Ip and Master Hong. Where did the colonialism come to play? I get that the British were still there in like the 50s, but at the same time, like I wish you just focused on one plot line instead of two. But it still doesn't derail the movie. But you're just like, oh, where's my focus at? Oh, it's now with the British. All right. Still a good movie. Still, I would say definitely is still a worthy follow up to the first Hitman.
Yeah.
And like maybe throughout the year I'll watch the sequels because I still haven't seen 3 and 4 yet. But
yeah, like I feel like from here on forward, it was just like, okay, you know.
Oh man. All right.
And like it kind of overstayed its welcome, in my opinion.
All right. But yeah, to the audience watching, what other classic Hong Kong movies should we do? Should we do Enter the Dragon? Should we do Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? What else is there? Should we do Kung Fu Hustle? I would love to do that soon.
I would love to do Kung Fu Hustle. We can do a couple of like Jackie Chan movies and Sammo.
Yeah. Was the Thailand one Ong Bak, where it's all about Muay Thai?
Ong Bak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ong Bak. Yeah.
All right. But yeah, if you want to see more of us here, please leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok to see your best and funniest moments. Spotify to hear us on the go. And the video I'm Zodas watches on TikTok and ends Wolf on Letterboxd. Where can they find you?
Well, you can find me at JomJoM_ on Instagram, and it's my art account.
And until the next one, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.